Obviously, having to play Saturday and Sunday in the last group with Scottie, number one player in the world, and come out on top after not having been in that position for a couple of years, pretty satisfying. So obviously I care about the results, but at the end of the day, if I can hit the shots.
Everyone saw Viktor Hovland standing beside Scottie Scheffler after one of the biggest wins of his career. Most fans thought the story was simple. Scottie was still the world's number one player, Viktor had finally won again, and golf moved on. But that wasn't the real story. In a surprisingly honest interview, Hovland admitted something that completely changed the way people looked at his rivalry with Scottie Scheffler. It wasn't about beating the best golfer in the world. It was about defeating the fear, frustration, and self-doubt that had been following him for nearly 2 years. What he revealed shocked even longtime golf fans, because behind every great shot was a battle that nobody could see. For years, Viktor Hovland looked like one of golf's brightest stars. He climbed the rankings, won massive tournaments, and proved he could compete with anyone. Many believed he was the future of the PGA Tour. Then suddenly, everything changed. His swing no longer felt natural. His confidence slowly disappeared. Every tournament became another search for answers instead of another opportunity to win. Fans started asking what had happened. Critics wondered if his best golf was already behind him. While Scottie Scheffler continued dominating the sport week after week, Hovland was fighting a completely different opponent, and it wasn't another golfer. That's what makes his recent comments so powerful. Instead of pretending everything was fine, Hovland admitted the last couple of years had been mentally exhausting. He described it as taking one step forward, then one step backward, over and over again. Every adjustment he made seemed to create another problem. Every solution led him down another dead end. For a player who had always improved throughout his career, this was something he had never experienced before. It wasn't simply poor golf. It was the feeling that nothing he tried actually worked anymore. Then came the biggest revelation. Hovland explained that before his recent victory, something inside him had finally changed. Not his swing, not his equipment, his mindset. Instead of arriving every week desperate to discover the perfect answer, he realized he already had enough. He said he wasn't showing up feeling stressed anymore. He finally believed that what he was already doing was good enough. That one sentence revealed more than any swing analysis ever could. Sometimes the biggest improvement isn't mechanical. It's mental. That brings us to Scottie Scheffler. Many people assumed Hovland's biggest challenge was figuring out how to beat the world's number one golfer. But Hovland made it clear that Scottie wasn't really the obstacle. In fact, playing alongside Scheffler reminded him of something important. During the Travelers' Championship, Hovland found himself in the final group with the best player in the world. For many golfers, that pressure would have been overwhelming. Instead, he embraced it. He later admitted that winning against Scottie made the victory even more satisfying because he hadn't been in that position for a very long time. It proved to himself that he still belonged among the game's elite. That's the truth many fans completely missed. Scottie Scheffler didn't expose Viktor Hovland's weaknesses. He exposed Viktor's confidence. Once Hovland trusted himself again, he stopped worrying about who was standing beside him. Whether it was Scottie Scheffler or anyone else, the challenge became the same. Execute the shot, trust the process, ignore everything else. One of the most emotional moments from the interview came when Hovland talked about happiness. A reporter asked how often he was actually happy with his golf. His answer surprised everyone. He admitted that his trainer often asks if he's happy after practice, but Hovland tells him to stop asking. For him, happiness isn't the goal. Execution is. If he hits the shot exactly the way he imagined it, that's enough. The scoreboard can wait. Results will eventually follow. That mindset explains why he never celebrates too early and never panics too quickly. He's chasing something much bigger than trophies. He's chasing consistency. Hovland also revealed another lesson that many athletes never learn. Winning doesn't automatically mean everything is fixed. He admitted that even after victories, he still analyzes his mistakes. He refuses to lie to himself just because he lifted a trophy. That's what separates great players from champions. Instead of allowing success to hide weaknesses, he uses success to expose what still needs improvement. It's an uncomfortable way to think, but it's also one of the biggest reasons he's back competing at the highest level. Perhaps the most inspiring part of his story is what happened after all those failures. Most players eventually stop believing after months of disappointment. Hovland didn't. Even when results refused to come, he kept searching, learning, and improving behind the scenes. Practice sessions started showing signs of progress long before tournaments did. Nobody outside his team noticed those tiny improvements. Fans only saw missed cuts and disappointing finishes. Hovland saw something completely different. He saw evidence that he was finally moving in the right direction again. That quiet belief changed everything. When the opportunity arrived to face Scottie Scheffler under pressure, Hovland wasn't trying to prove he was better than the world number one. He was proving that all those difficult months hadn't been wasted. Every frustrating practice session, every disappointing finish, and every moment of doubt had prepared him for that opportunity. Suddenly, the victory wasn't just another tournament win. It became confirmation that his journey back was real. So, what is the truth Viktor Hovland finally revealed about Scottie Scheffler? It isn't that Scottie has a weakness. It isn't that Scottie can be easily beaten. The real truth is far more powerful. Hovland realized that the toughest opponent in golf was never standing across the fairway. It was standing inside his own mind. The moment he stopped fighting himself, he became dangerous again. And if this version of Viktor Hovland continues to grow in confidence, the rest of the golfing world, including Scottie Scheffler, will have another series